Welcome in Full Court Press as we press toward the postseason here in Ohio. Still, that's the expression for press. Regular season titles still to be won, some of them tonight.
Now tomorrow, the City League Championship game. Tonight, some OCC titles on the line, boys and girls, but we're going to start with the game that just didn't want to end. I was going to do the same thing, actually. An absolute classic play tonight in the CCL. DeSales taking on St. Charles. This game was so good, regulation wasn't enough. A first overtime wasn't enough. Let's go to the second OT. Michael Walker drills a three for the Stallions. Now on the other end, George Muschelder answers with the and one. We're going to triple overtime. Final seconds of the third OT. Zach Auletta, money. That goes to, yes, 4 overtimes. Insane. And in the fourth, Michael Walker hits a pair of clutch freebies, and that's it. 59-57 DeSales. One of the best games in the state this whole
Unbelievable.
season.
Now, an excellent rematch in the boys. OCC Bradley got the best of Orange in their first meeting, trying to do it again. Cade Norris, the dribble drive, makes it look easy. Pioneers trying to work inside to cut the lead. Jack Taylor works for 2 there. Into the third, Norris trying to beat the buzzer. We're showing it to you because he did. That puts him up 7 going to the fourth. Bradley goes on to win the game 62-51. Norris, 30 points tonight.
And OCC division title at stake between the ladies from Grove City and Gahanna. Lions on the fast break. Hayden Hull finishes the break off the nice pass. Dogs respond just before the quarter buzzer. It's Kayla Jones slashing to the hoop, but Gahanna's Layla Marshall refusing to lose following her own miss. Pure hustle play. Gahanna wins 59-52, a 4th straight OCC Ohio title.
Over to Pick North, this little cutie. Watching the Panthers host New Albany. Second quarter, Pick North leading. Here come the Eagles. Sam Dunn cuts the lead to 1, lay in there. On the other end, Arnis Lawson extends the Panthers lead back to 3. 17-14 Pick North there. Nice sequence for both teams. Check out the dime. Miles Jackson to Sigram Agbider. Don't blink. Panthers already on the attack. Here we go. We just keep rolling. Jaden Vital. Shot fake, lay it in. Pick North, a tight one. They get the win 38-34.
Kaufman hosting Upper Arlington. Bears looking for their first division win. Rocks trying to go above 500. Cal Casey kicks it out to Rocco Prati for the 3. Money. Colin McClure is an all-around baller for the Rocks. Hard take to the rack. Gets it to go. Plenty of scoring in the opening 8 minutes, but Kaufman had more of it the whole game. CJ Collins, corner pocket, 3 ball. Good.
That's a pool reference.
Woo. Rocks take care of business, 45-35.
Now Kaufman's girls hosting UA. Rocks can clinch a share of the OCC with a win. Avery Mather, a little dime here to Kay McGuff. And of course, one of the daughters of Ohio State coach Kevin McGuff. She's going to Bowling Green. Just committed there this week, in fact. Rocks up 2. Ella Combrack on the fast break there off the steal. Kaufman led by 5 after 3 quarters, and then they poured it on from there. Tessa Grady, Jessica Kopyar both contributing. Rocks win this game 48-34.
Marysville hosting Berlin. What a game this was. Bears trailed by 13 in the fourth quarter, but here they come. You know when we start that way, what's about to happen. Derek Goodman, no good on the first try, bounces right back to him. He's a shooter. Tie game at 47. Marysville knocks down a few free throws, but Berlin stays in it. Noah Gamble. Floater in the lane. Then it's Gamble again. No Gamble here.
House money.
Oh. Andrew Ray brings the ball up, attacks the basket right here, rolls in as time expires. Marysville wins 55-53 on the buzzer beater.
Wow.
On senior night. That's a memory for the kids.
Rivalry showdown in the Licking County League. Watkins Memorial hosting Licking Heights. The flashlights work. Sam Johnson, go to him early and go to him often. Points in the paint. And then back-to-back threes. Watkins up 4. Hornets had answers. Kyson Coates Edmondson dials up from long distance. He later, can't get the finger roll to fall there, but Nate Levinsky there for the putback. Hornets, they get the win by 20, 52-32, their 3rd straight division title.
And get your popcorn ready. Michael Redd and Jason Singleton on the scene. Look at that hoodie.
Sweet.
My husband would love that. I'm glad he doesn't have it.
Hey, look at Lawrence.
Lawrence Bunderberg helping out at Worthington Christian as they host Columbus Academy. A Buckeye reunion. Vikings grab control from the jump. Jason Singleton, lane for 2. And then fellow guard Theo Falkenhayn scoops it up for 2. Jump out to an 11-zip lead. Warriors finally break the ice. Jonah Lewis for 3. They got going dug too big of a hole too early. Academy clinches the division title tomorrow. They can anyway, 50-45. I can't predict that.
Well,
I wish I could.
You're a soothsayer.
Then I'd buy a lottery ticket.
Well, this guy's like a soothsayer. Our buddy Zach Fleer from 270hoops.com, as we try to take a wider view at a very big day tomorrow.
Yeah, very big day tomorrow in the City League Championship game. So this is a matchup that we've been kind of looking towards. What do you expect from it this time around?
Yeah, so it's a 10-year reunion of the last time the City League Championship, Africentric and Northland going head-to-head for the Columbus City League title. That game in 2013 was an absolute banger of a game. This time around, though, Africentric is the favorite. Back then, it was Northland running the City League. Africentric almost won. Northland won at the buzzer. Vikings are looking for the same type of result this time around, and it's kind of a matchup of a senior star, Dalen Swain, for Africentric, and a freshman star in King Kendrick for Northland. So it's kind of like the future versus now in the City League. Swain was a star last year, leading Africentric to the city title.
Right.
But if Northland can get the win and King Kendrick can do that as a freshman, that would be a legendary beginning to his high school career, and it would be the first time since 2016 that Northland won the city. So a lot to look forward to tomorrow at East High School.
Africentric's been on a roll in recent years. We build this entire season for what's to come starting next week. District tournaments open for the ladies. The boys, they got a week away. Let's talk about favorites. Who could make a run to the state tournament on the women's side?
Yeah, so girls basketball, again, you know, Reynoldsburg won the state championship last year.
Right.
They lost a lot of players. They're not that same level team. I think they can still win a district title. Pick Central looks like the odds-on favorite in Division I. They picked up a huge win this week over Dublin Kaufman. But another team that beat Dublin Kaufman earlier in the year is Olentangy Liberty that we see on the screen right here. They're having a great season. They've won, I think, 7 in a row.
Yeah.
Share of the OCC title. They have one of the best players in the area in Gigi Bauer. And that's a team that I think, you know, if they're hitting their shots like they have all across the year, they can go as far as they want. Another team that we see them playing against right here, Marysville High School. I think Marysville's got a chance as well. They've had an amazing season. They've been on a roll. They'd won a lot of games in a row. They'd lost just last Saturday to Olentangy Liberty in a game that went to overtime. So I think 3 of these teams right here in Liberty, Pick Central, and Marysville have a chance to be one of those teams that get to state. But again, girls basketball is so good in Central Ohio. It could be anybody. But if I was a betting man, and I'm not, it would be Pick Central for me. And I'd put that bet at the Barstool Sportsbook opening up tomorrow.
There you go. Nice plug for the gang.
Watching our newscast. There, yeah, it's like he's here or something. All right,
Respect.
This week's Sport Court Press 270hoops.com players of the week. For the boys, Neil Abasolo from Independence, 54 points, 29 rebounds, 21 assists, 21 steals.
My goodness.
In 3 wins last week. That's exhausting.
A quadruple-double and a triple-double
in the same
week.
That's exhausting. For the ladies, Olivia Keeney from Grove City, 46 points in 2 wins last week. These youngins, all the energy, all the points.
Wow, that came from a very bitter place.